This is one of the first things which each company has to do, and not only once, but regularly. Marketing doesn't work. You can start with even $500. Last year they made $36 million in annual revenue. Hi, this is Dramshev from Netrocket and from the Marketing Game podcast. We are meeting with Dan today in Florida, in Miami. We're sitting talking about HVAC, marketing and business. So, hi Denis, and welcome.
Thanks. It's Denis from Media Components. Dan, thanks for stopping by Miami. It's getting hot in here, perfect timing to speak about cooling and air, making sure you guys are getting enough clients, enough leads. So I appreciate you having me part of your channel, part of your guests. So I have a couple questions that I prepared for you, and I'm going to jump into them.
Let's do it.
I know you for quite a bit, and I know you right now you're niching down into heating, ventilation, air conditioning, HVAC industry. I have some HVAC clients, you're special in the HVAC. What are you noticing right now that HVAC businesses are utilizing to really drum up the business? I know we were in kind of like a slow period. Right now it's summertime, heating, air conditioning are breaking. What are your customers are utilizing as far as platforms to really generating high quality referrals? What would you recommend for visitors and viewers that are viewing, and they might be on a slow period? What can they do to start generating instant results?
First of all, I can tell you guys, we know that you are busy right now. It's summertime, and all the United States, everybody has a lot of jobs to do right now. But anyway, there's going to be a slow season, and even right now, some companies, they are able to scale even during the summertime. Answering your question about the channels which they may use or they may start using, it depends on the stage of the company is right now, and it depends like how much revenue they generate annually. And if your company is below 1 million, then it's going to be just basic things which we'll discuss right now. We want to make it maximum practical, and like a checklist so you can implement it this month and during the low season, so definitely you can even make it on your own. The second part is when the company is already generating like 1.5 million annually and goes to 2 million, 3 million, then they can of course play with more marketing channels. We can also dive deeper into that. And when the company is making more than 5 million, goes to the 10 million stage, and then also even beyond and above, then they try to already work more with brand, and they establish the in-house marketing department. But still, we have clients which make more than 10 million in revenue, in annual revenue, and they still need us in some specific things like SEO. Let's come back to those who are smaller. When they start, they don't need SEO. So guys, a lot of HVAC owners, they ask, I need SEO right away. You don't need SEO right away. This is 100%.
So a lot of companies, when they say SEO, a lot of them mean like marketing and digital marketing.
Yeah.
I think this is where important, where you have to educate them and say, SEO means this, and this is specifically what it does.
Yeah, let's define that. So SEO, it used to be search engine optimization. I call it right now search everywhere and everything optimization. So this is like the new thing which we promote.
Because you have search, you have voice, all this stuff.
You have voice, you have AI, you have even on Yelp, you have organic traffic, and you can optimize Yelp and rank it better. You can really optimize your profile and your business everywhere. But again, this is SEO, and this is the search everywhere and everything optimization. But you need time and you need investments for that. So if you're only starting and you're making the revenue under 1 million, I would start from the platforms and channels which will generate leads and revenue right away in the short term. So usually it's plus minus the same as all the other contractors. So start first of all with Google My Business, Google Maps, Google Profile. This will bring you clients quite fast if you do it correctly. And if you even established company which stuck somewhere before 1 million or before 2 million, still check out your Google My Business profile, because I'm sure you can make it work better for your marketing.
So what are some of the most common mistakes people make when they start their Google Maps listing?
They just do it as it is, they just fill it in. Sometimes they even choose the main category. So check out your main category which you chose for your Google profile, it may be different. It may be not HVAC contractor, it may be something like AC repair or something like that. But you want to sell, let's say, heat pumps installations, or you want to sell some high-ticket services. And maybe you started your Google profile like 3 years ago, or 4 years ago, and you forgot what did you mention there when you. So you need to recheck it, and you need to update it regularly so it will work. It will give you maximum visibility and maximum leads. So this would be definitely for companies on all the stages. Regularly work with the Google business profile. We had a webinar and workshop recently for HVAC owners and HVAC marketers, specifically on Google My Business Profile, Google Maps, promotion and advertising. So you can also check it out on the channel. We are sharing that openly. So this is one of the first things which each company has to do, and not only once but regularly. And of course, you asked like, what are the mistakes? Just take our checklist. I will drop the link to the checklist below. Take the checklist and just check each thing which you can optimize and make better on your profile. So pictures, videos, video testimonials, including into your profile. When you're asking, like, actually ask for reviews. If we're talking about the reviews, you should ask to leave a review, because what I see in HVAC, it's very competitive, but still some companies, even in New York City, which established they're long time on the market, they have 20 reviews. How come, guys? You need just to ask for it. I'm sure they.
If you're a multi-million-dollar like enterprise, you have 20 reviews. Something's wrong with your company. I mean, right? Most people nowadays realize if they're looking at a company that only has like 20 reviews, it's a big company. They're like, something's fishy.
Yeah.
Right?
If you're only starting, this is good.
Yeah.
Anyway, you need to have dynamic. But yeah, one big mistake, they just don't ask for those reviews. And when you ask also to leave a review together with the photo, picture, maybe make a selfie with your technician, with your team, and everything what was going on when the work was delivered. And also they can shoot some video and also place it together with the review. And when they describe what was done by your company, you can also ask them to mention more details, because the more details they mention, the better your Google profile ranks.
Right, the keywords, right?
Yeah,
so
the
if
keywords
they put in a review, hey, great job installing the new air conditioning system,
that's right.
or great job putting a new heat pump, those keywords will tell Google to rank you higher, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Because Google analyzes all the things in your profile and even outside your profile. But again, all the details are in a different video, so you can check it out, and you just can check the checklist, and just implement it.
So Google Maps, Google Business Profile is the first thing you can do quickly to start getting results. What else?
Yeah, what else? Parallel. I wouldn't do it like step by step, but parallel. Because anyway, Google My Business, it will take at least 1 month to start when you start getting leads. We had a very, very good case study recently. So it took 1 month for a new location, but the company is already doing some business. So they redirected the clients to leave a review on the new location. So this is how they got a very fast result, and during 1 month they got first positions on the Google Map pack. So that worked very good. So anyway, it will take minimum month or two.
What's the magic? What's the magic trick for that?
The magic was in like the general optimization, plus they managed to get fast reviews, because reviews are very essential and important. And of course, optimization for the right keywords, because this has also played a very good role. And we actually we outranked those guys who were already for a while on the market in the same niche, and we made it better. And and they won. They're winning right now. They're getting leads. They're getting new jobs.
Amazing.
And the owner is happy. He said, like, guys, now I trust you, now I like it, because it may be different sometimes. So the Google My Business is first, and parallel I would recommend starting. If you work with high ticket services, then start Facebook lead generation. This usually, when you have an offer to push and to actually to offer something interesting, to potential clients who is shopping around, maybe who is thinking about maybe doing this in a while. And you can of course attract those guys who are already in the process of decision. They may be searching for some other companies, and they will see your ad, your offer, and you'll get those leads. These leads they're colder than the leads from Google My Business or other search or organic or somewhere from other ad channels, but they're cheap. They're quite cheap. So for high ticket, like 5, 7, 10, 15, 25K per service, per job, you can attract this kind of leads for $50, sometimes even $35, $40, depends on the location. And even if you attract them for 100, but you have a very good validation before they submit the form, then it's also good. Because the main thing, it has to be profitable for the business. It doesn't matter, if you have leads for $30 or $50, but the job is very, the ticket is not so high. And the opposite, when you have high ticket services, then you just need to calculate everything. You need to measure those metrics, the lead cost, the valid lead cost, and how do they convert into inspection.
What do you guys use to keep the data, keep the metrics, to analyze it? What tools do you use for that?
We use actually regular tools. We use CRM. We try to connect to see the data from the CRM of our clients. They share it, and we analyze, okay, here we have leads, then we have qualified leads, then we have a next stage of the funnel, then the next stage, and we measure what was the conversion before, and for each channel, by the way, better. So if you measure the Facebook ads, then measure it separately from organic, from Google My Business, from, referrals, because it's going to be different. The metrics will be different, how good they proceed to the next stage. And then we understand, okay, if we like these metrics or not from the benchmark, because we know plus minus, how should they convert to the next stage to go to the estimate, and then from estimate to the contract. And this is what and how we measure that. And usually if they use House Call Pro or Service Titans or something else which is cheaper, it depends again on the size of the business, but all the basic analytics and basic metrics, they're there.
So yeah, that was kind of like my question. Since you're a specialist in HVAC, you guys work with the internal sales department and internal contractors that go door to door. You integrate your APIs, for marketing tracking purposes with the operational CRMs like Service Titan or House Call Pro. How important it is to connect the in the field software with the marketing software for tracking purposes?
Yeah, it's important. And for us, it's important. The most important thing is to connect marketing itself and sales, and the actual result. Because why do we do marketing? We want to grow. We want to make additional revenue. We want to business needs that. Money is blood. The revenue is blood for any business. Right. So we want to connect the spend on marketing and then the result. And we want to connect everything what is in between, and see. Because sometimes I'm sure that some of you had this situation. Like you say, marketing doesn't work, or Facebook doesn't work. Yeah, for some of you it doesn't work because maybe it's set up not very correctly. Maybe the sales process is not super good. Yeah, so it's broken, and actually you get the leads, but then you don't follow the process, the sales process. One more channel which I would recommend doing when you're starting a business or developing a business is Yelp. I'm sure that not everybody is excited about Yelp, how it works with the reviews and so on.
They don't have the best reputation in the industry.
Yes, but again, if you analyze the numbers of, let's say, bigger companies, bigger players who are definitely playing your market, Yelp will be still taking some part of the revenue from the market, and you have to be there. And you need to just know how to play it the best way, so it will really be profitable to you. Even if you don't use Yelp or you don't like it as a person, still as a business tool, as a marketing tool, it works very good.
Can you share some specific insights, how do you utilize Yelp?
Yeah, I will continue with the command on, even with Yelp, sometimes you can say, okay, Yelp doesn't work, the leads are not very good, everybody is getting the same lead or something like that. But what I saw on the same market, when a client was complaining about this kind of not very good conversion from Yelp, and then we were checking, okay, let's see, because we see the leads are coming in. Okay, let's check what you have in sales, what does the sales process look like? And then we understand, okay, why didn't you follow up here? Why didn't you ask here for the phone number? Or when was actually the lead came in and when did you answer? Like, what is the gap between that? It can be a couple of hours. Then here's the issue which you can fix. Sometimes you receive a call, it can be also from Yelp or from other sources, and then we see, okay, you have this responder, like a bot responder, who's like, oh, wait a second, all the operators are busy, you need to wait on that. Like, the problem then, the issue is in the sales process. And those guys who has it differently, who maybe pick up the phone or who has a different setup on the sales part, they convert better from Yelp and from other sources. So if you feel, or if you see that you have some issues with leads coming from Yelp and they don't close enough as you wish,
right,
check out all the process. And by the way, for Yelp, there is a very interesting, there is a very good tool, the AI tool, which can work when your business is like closed on weekends, after work hours, and you set up this bot to catch that lead, to take the phone number, even to schedule, like put it into calendar and schedule an estimate of visit, and it can make it for you even if it's evening time or night time when you sleep. So, and it costs, by the way, not so much. It's like $300. I will also put the link and the promo code in the description, so you can use it, you can test it. We have tested it. We have discussed it with other guys who is already using this kind of things, and this works. By the way, this automation works better than people can handle those things, and faster, and it really works for the result.
So is Yelp one of the recommendations you include in most of your plans? Like if you get a new customer, Yelp is like just right next to the social media, right next to Google. Is it most of your, it's under your like toolbox?
Yeah, we are a Yelp partner, but I'm not recommending using Yelp only because of that. We are a Yelp partner because we work with that professionally, and we have more data on our agency profile. Like we have more analytics, we have more specific data, which we usually discuss with the Yelp managers, because they're great guys, they're real marketing guys and sales guys, and they know they don't only want you to sell some services and leads, they actually want it to make it work for your business. Yeah, and when we're sitting right now, actually my team is working together with the Yelp partner department. Okay. They are analyzing step by step, like each account, analyzing, like we have weekly meetings, bi-weekly meetings, and analyze what we else can do to make it work better for our clients.
So if you're contractor and you're not utilizing Yelp, definitely check it out. Yeah, it's a great resource.
And if you starting up, it's also a good source. Even if you don't have, like if you have 0 reviews, you will still get leads. We just started one Yelp account last month, and the leads are coming in. And if you already developed and you have the reviews and you have everything, still, again, as with Google Maps account, most of the time you have what to improve there. So you need to check out what else other companies are doing and what can you do better. You can add portfolio, photos, videos there, whatever you think will work.
So let me ask you a question. If a company is, under that $5 million revenue, they're still scaling, they're growing, maybe they just started, what would be a good budget to invest into Yelp right away?
Right away, you can start with even $500, so you can see
per month.
Yeah, per month. If you're a small business, if you're only starting, and in some areas, I see that you can spend effectively like $5,000, $8,000 on only to Yelp account. Yeah, and it's profitable actually. When you sell high-ticket services, then you get a profit out of there.
What if you just sell regular like tune-ups or systems? Does it make sense to advertise on Yelp?
Also makes sense because you set up the Yelp account so you will get the right leads, and the cost per lead will be different, and actually the amount of traffic also will be different. So with higher ticket you will receive less leads, but they will bring you more revenue. With lower ticket and even these small jobs, you will have to be profitable. If you calculate and you're not profitable, then you do something not right, and either in marketing or in sales. This is definitely.
So Yelp is definitely a good resource. The other question I want to ask you, some of my clients, thankfully, they've been really profitable and successful without even starting digital marketing. They came to me that they want to expand and scale and grow from whatever they're doing. But when I ask them, how are you able to grow your company? And they're coming back to me, and they're saying Facebook groups. Whenever somebody's, these mom groups, local groups, they say hey, do you know somebody who can replace my filter? Or I'm looking to get a new HVAC system. A lot of the leads they get is by somebody recommending them on Facebook group. And I was going to ask you, do you know any tools, or what's the best strategy to listen to that? Because I know there's Facebook group scanner, spiders that can do that. What would you say, is that a good recommendation to focus some time on the Facebook groups and really pay attention to potential leads from there?
Facebook group, Nextdoor, Reddit, Quora, all these platforms, they really generate, I would say, referral traffic, which is very trusted, because people usually trust each other, and if they have some concerns, they ask questions. They try to ask not the service provider, they want to ask the friends, neighbors, and this definitely will work. As for the tools, I would try definitely the ChatGPT, basically deep research. So just prompt it correctly, and you will have all that information.
Right.
And of course, if you're already on that stage and you want to play with this, because it's a lot of work there, and you want to play with these channels, then I would better hire somebody in-house, so they will be
they'll be like the liaison. They're always scanning the pages, like a daily activity.
The active users
sometimes put different comments and just stay active in the community, right?
They're like experts, community experts, and they really can support somebody. They can ask questions. They shouldn't be salesy, I would say. They shouldn't really sell. The purpose is to help people, to help other people. And if they do it correctly, then you will actually get the result out of there. But there is also another option for that. If your brand is quite developed in the area, if you're doing all the rest marketing very good, then it will just work. People will recommend you there, because I saw a lot of organic recommendation and referrals.
Because if you dominate the local market, you're always in the people's minds.
Yeah, that's correct.
You establish your company. The next level is to really brand out your company with maybe professional vehicle reps, local presence. In your experience, you're working with big companies. What are they doing as a next level to brand out the local presence and really dominate the minds, make sure people are always thinking about their brand subconsciously?
That's very correct what you're saying. So even when you are small, if you're able to do this, already start investing in branding and in brand itself. We have the biggest client in HVAC which we serve. Last year they made 36 million in annual revenue. And I visited them recently, and what I see there, so they invest a lot in warehouse, they invest a lot of education of their people and people around them. They have a very quite big already network of franchisees around the different areas, and the brand is very established. So they invest a lot of money in brand. And it's not only advertising the brand. It's education, it's quality, it's everything what's connected to product. We will show even how the tracks looking. So they have they have brand everything, and from the yard signs and to even corporate cars,
That's important, yeah.
And even owner said that when I drive my truck. It's branded, and I'm there. Everybody remembers that. Yeah, people see it.
Moving billboard.
Yeah, it's moving billboard. So definitely, I would do this 100% for my company, and I will do this because like what I want, my strategy is that we want to partner like to really buy an equity or start a new business, HVAC business. I believe like this year, by the end of this year or next year, we definitely will have our own HVAC business.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and this is how we will connect even more to the niche, because we already know how the business works. We know like a lot of things from the marketing and sales side. And we are looking right now to partner with technicians who will cover the delivery part and the quality assurance and everything, the examination and all that stuff.
No, so I get that. It's once you get to a certain level, it's important to invest into the branding and really dominate with your presence.
Thank you for watching. This is just a part of the conversation. In the next episode, we go deeper into numbers, mistakes, and what actually worked. If you don't want to miss it, hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the part 2.